Hey guys. So as you just heard, that was my featured guest tonight, Alessandra Scotti. She is the founder and owner and coordinator of Smart Custom Tours and her new company, La Divina Tours, which I have partnered with her with Experience by Takiya La'Shaune, where we are going to Italy in September. So you've seen me promoting that, talking about it. And she was my feature for Takiya Talks 10, which is 10 questions about travel.
Hey, I'm here now.
Oh, wow. There you are.
I just got it now. The message. See the view?
Oh my gosh, what is going on with my life right now?
I don't know. This is crazy. So
I was about to log off, but I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell people what's going on, and I'll still give an intro about her. So I was just talking about you, and then I was like, wait, somebody's coming. I was like, oh my gosh,
yeah, that's me.
This has done this with every interview. All of us, the past few weeks, have had these obstacles. But you know what? It's life, and I love that we can laugh about it. And this is the energy and the kind of women we are just collaborating with.
That's exactly the spirit. That's what we're
and this is why. And this is why we need retreats and getaways and vacations to get away from it all.
Yes. Got it, girl. You got it.
All right. So we're on.
Yeah, look at this view, baby.
That view is amazing. Girl. Oh, that's gorgeous. Tell us where you're at.
Okay, I'm Arches National Park in Utah, near Moab, and actually in Moab.
Yeah.
Arches
oh my God.
National Park. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous weather. Gorgeous.
It looks beautiful. So listen, no wonder you're like in a good mood. You're like, it's fine, it's good, we're good. Like you are in a great place right now.
Exactly.
That is gorgeous.
Exactly.
So this is gonna sound crazy, but I had actually never. When you said you were in Moab, I was like, oh, she's out of the country. And then I saw. I know now. I was thinking of that.
I'm telling you, this is the third time I come to Utah, and every time I fall in love more and more. The landscape is amazing. Now, I like Italy, and I like, of course, my country.
Yes.
And I like going on cultural tours and things like that because that's my life.
Yeah.
That's where I come from. But for a change, seeing the immensity and the vastness and the glorious countryside of this beautiful, enormous country, it makes you feel small, and it puts you right in the place, you know?
Yeah.
It just gives you that sense of, wow.
Yeah.
This is what I feel.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. And that's a great change for me. I love it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
That is beautiful. Like it almost is so picturesque. It almost looks like it doesn't look real. It looks like one of those background filters or something. Like
I swear, you feel like you are walking among giants, and these stones is like, wow, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. It's right. So we've been trying to bike, and of course we fell a couple of times, and now we're full of because we don't want to accept our age. That's what it is. and we have bruises to demonstrate that. So today we took it easy. Yeah. And we came to walk around here, and it's just glorious. That's what it is.
It's so beautiful. But it's so funny when you first mentioned Moab, I had not, like I said, I first thought out of the country. And then I was like, well, no, she's on a road trip. There's no way she drove out of the country. And then all of these things started popping up in my
really?
FYP about Moab. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Just because you said it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's definitely on my bucket list now. So.
Yeah, we were in Colorado. We went skiing in Breckenridge and Arapahoe Basin, which is gorgeous as well, and it's cold. Then we arrived here, and it was still cold, and now it's hot. This is really desert weather. One moment is super cold. One moment you're like, oh, I'm melting down. Yeah, that's nothing like I'm used to, but I love it. I just love it because, like I said, you know, the country, the nature in this country is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
cool.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to add that to my bucket list. Well, we'll roll. Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer, so you can keep enjoying the beauty of that. We're just going to
Okay.
roll right on into this interview,
Yes.
which I love it. This is how it was
Yes.
supposed to work out, and it did. So, you being out there traveling just tells us about your passion. So, the first question, I was already doing your intro, telling everyone you founded Smart Custom Tours and La Divina Tours, and we're going over to Italy in September and going to have some amazing stuff with the geothermal spa. We'll talk about all of that. But my first question for you is, what inspired you to start your company, and what makes your tours unique compared to others in Italy?
Oh, that's great. Okay, well, what inspired me, it was just the event of life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just divorced, and not a good divorce, but is there a good divorce? Does anybody know of a good divorce? Anyway, it
Right.
ended up
Let us
good in
know.
the end. It ended up good, but at the moment it was true hell.
Yeah.
So all hell broke loose. My father was about to die and died soon after. My mom was gonna suicide herself because she couldn't take it. 13 years of my dad having a stroke and really acting up really, really weird. And my son got diagnosed with a disease that was not covered by the American insurance, but being that I'm Italian and he's Italian as well, he was covered by the Italian insurance. And so divorce, mom needs help, dad is dying, my son needs coverage. I'm going back to Italy. I leave my job. I was a manager at a Fortune 500 company. I was a technical manager, computer scientist. Okay, and so I moved back home with my savings, whatever I had. And while I'm there, I come from a city called Civitavecchia, which is the port of Rome. And while I'm there, I see a lot of Americans, mostly Americans, because Americans come to Italy often with a cruise, right? Taking the train, going in the wrong direction, asking me questions because I was one of the few people who spoke English in my little hometown. And I
Yeah,
realized, my God,
it's
there is a
getting a little
lot of.
windy. Put the speaker closer. It's getting a little windy, so we're losing you.
Okay, I'm
No,
sorry.
that's okay. You were
You
fine
get
where
to
you were at.
kiss
It
me
just
now.
got windy.
Yeah. Okay. So, and in the end, I decided to open the first website because of my background in computer
Yeah.
science. The first website for buying tours to Italy for cruisers,
Okay.
and that started in 2010, and it went so well that I didn't have to advertise anything because it was the first one, and nobody had even started doing that, selling online. I mean, we're talking about 2010. It seems like little time ago, but in terms of internet, it's two ice ages essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what happened is that I built a little. I started creating tours for people that organized cruises in groups. So sometimes it was just a single, a couple, a family, but sometimes it was big groups. Then
Yeah.
with COVID, I stopped because all the people that were doing my office work had to find another job, right? I paid them for a year, but then after that, I had to find something else. And so I said, okay, you know what? I can retire. I'd moved back to the United States with the saving that I had. I just retired.
Yeah.
And then some of my customers wouldn't let me retire. And so after so many years of pushing, some of my customers forced me to reopen the website. But instead of being Smart Cruise Tour, now it's Smart Custom Tours. And I decided to do something for us because like I said, I'm retired, semi-retired, and what do I want out of life? Well, I want to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was taking care of everybody and talking to my girlfriends. We just said, isn't it time we take care of ourselves? And that's when I met you,
Yeah.
right? We
Yeah.
talked about this, and it was
Yeah.
like we were
Yeah.
all singing the same song. And it
Same
was,
song.
it's time to take care of ourselves. We took care of everybody. And this is I designed this tour for women, by women, to take care of women
I
and
love
to
it.
feel good about ourselves. And
I
so
love it.
I went on a table with my friends, and I said, "Where would you like to go? What would make you get your heart feeling like it's going to explode?" And
Mm-hmm.
that was the itinerary that we chose.
Yes.
That's it.
That's a beautiful story. And I love it wasn't just a straight shot answer. Like there is history behind it. There's passion behind it. Like your
Yeah.
son needed something. And like any mama bear is gonna do, we will move heaven and earth for them cubs.
That's right.
Okay?
Takiya, you talk about it, you preach about it, and this is what we all go through. I'm 60 now, and I know that every single woman from 40 on goes through 30 sometimes, and some of the less lucky ones much earlier than that goes through some major upheaval, and we demonstrate to ourselves that we can handle it. We got these enormous shoulders and we can do it, and this is what inspires me. We have got to remember who we are, and we are amazing, like this.
Like this, exactly.
That's what we are.
Beautiful. We are. I love that.
And La Divina means the divine, and it's a very divine, not in a religious sense, but the force, the creative force that it's within us women. And I don't want to sound like I'm against men. I'm not.
No.
I just want to recognize what we are all about.
And that's okay. That's okay. I think, and I had to go through that as well as my platform has grown, as my industry has expanded. I started out with my goal. Like, I love what you said. This is something that was created by women, for women, to help women. Okay.
Yes.
And that was born out of you taking care of everyone else. And we lose ourselves sometimes.
We
mentally,
do.
Physically, emotionally.
Totally.
We lose
100%.
ourselves. And I had to, and I tell people this all the time. I say, well, my calling, my anointing, my ministry is to women because I'm a woman and I can understand women, but I never want to exclude men, because over the years, even now, there are plenty of men that comment, that follow, that have been inspired, that have been impacted by what I'm doing. And I always tell them I'm appreciative of that. So I'm not trying to exclude men, but I'm a woman with a story and a passion to help other women. And so sometimes we feel like we have to explain that. We know we're not excluding men, but actually at this point, it is something exclusive for us. We get to have something for us, and we don't have to explain.
We just want to
let
loose, you know,
we want to let loose.
And feel ourselves. Feel like we don't have to be something else.
And how better to do that than by surrounded with other women? Because, and there are things that we're doing that couples may, well, you know, we're talking about all of that with the trip too, but to be surrounded by other women that can pour into you or that can pull from you, it is going to open so much more, and it's a safe space. And I've continued to say
and
that
it's a safe space
with all of these women that I'm collaborating with. We all have the 100%. Same heart. We all have the same passion. We want to do this to help women, and it is a safe space because we need those safe spaces where we can feel vulnerable, where we can also feel like, when I am vulnerable, it's almost like that saying. I don't know if you heard it. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't know if you ever heard that saying.
Yeah.
But in those safe spaces, what happens in those safe spaces is a sisterhood, and it stays there, but it does something in us that we can take. It's like lighting a lighter. You flick it, or a flame, and when you put it to the next candle or whatever, it lights it, and you can keep doing that. And that's what we're seeking to do here. So I love, and that answers my question to what sets La Divina and Smart Cousin apart. Your passion, your drive, your purpose, your personality. I love the smile and the glow and just everything. So cool. So
I like to share, and I like for other people to feel that safe space where they feel like they can share. You know, for many years while I was a software developer person, I also taught yoga. And that's where it was the moment for sharing. And I think that's lingered with me. There's always that need to share emotions, feelings, and experiences, and feel that safeness, the cocoon that, sorry to say, only other women can give us.
That's right. That's it. Only other women can give us, and only women will understand it. Yeah. Men can empathize with it, but only women will understand it. You know,
right.
And I keep saying the same thing about all the women that I've connected with on here, is that every last one of us have connected because something within us said, that's my tribe, that's my girl, that's a safe space. And the thing here is, I keep saying it, none of us have been in the same rooms together yet. but look at the camaraderie. Look at the friendship. Look at the
yes. Because we go through those moments in lives, and it's like a marathon uphill with an enormous rock on your shoulders. Those rocks, right? We carry those rocks. We don't even notice we're carrying them. We're carrying them. We're carrying them for mom, for dad, for son, for brother, for sister, for everybody. We're carrying it, and we're happy to do it.
Yep. Oh no, what happened to sound? You're on mute for some reason. Did you accidentally hit mute? There it is. You're back.
Okay. I was saying we carry those things, the weight, and we want to help and we want to love, and all that love that goes out. We only need to regenerate. It's not that because we don't want to give it out. We have so much love. It's immense. The more you have, the more you give, the more you produce, for sure. And then I love to share with other women and to talk about those little things. And you know what I really like to talk about? You talked about the histories and things. I like to share the stories of the women, what they did during World War II. What happened there? And how while everything was going down and was crumbling apart in Italy, right? Because World War II destroyed a large part of Italy. And I have some interesting stories from my family of what happened and how the women alone allowed things to come back to life. I'm not even going to spoil it right now.
Listen, I can believe it. I already knew where you were going with it. It's like, because listen, when women come together, we know how powerful we are, okay? We get shit done. I'm just going to call it like it is, okay?
That's exactly right. And we
get it done. And we don't only just get it done, we bring others and help build them up as well. So
exactly, to the younger one, because we want to pass the torch on.
Yep. So tell the viewers, let's talk about, I love this amazing Italian background and this accent. Let's talk about this trip to Italy. Tell us where we're going. Tell us what we're doing. I am so excited. Italy has been on my bucket list. I'm going to be there, and I'm so excited to do this with you. Tell us about Italy.
We are going to start in Florence. Where else, right? We're going to start in Florence, and on the 20th of September, that's where we meet. But people are welcome to come earlier, because I will be there earlier. And we're only going to stay with the tour.
I'll be there early.
And the tour starts on the 20th, but we can be as early as you want to be. I'm going to be there a week in advance, so you guys let me know, and I'm there. You know. And anyway, so we're going to visit Florence, do the typical shopping. Florence has the best leather. Oh my God, leather and food and wine. It's just amazing.
So of course, we're going to have mentioned leather, and I'm wearing a leather hat. I like
We're going to have the opportunity to go to the famous, we're going to see the Michelangelo's David. And we're going to see whatever museums you like to see. I'm going to keep it open. That's the thing about how are we going to do it so that everybody feels like this is personal, like a custom, but also guided. Like I can tell you exactly what you need to do. You don't have to go read 1,000 books and hope you got the right place. We're going to do it together, and everybody can choose to walk around, shop, and eat and food. I'm going to do more like the Italian lifestyle. Okay. And then I'm going to say, that's the museum. I'll see you out when you're done. I've done it too many times.
You can do it with your eyes closed.
Right. But the nice thing about Florence is that it's an open door museum. You know, everything, every road, everything. And you will see, it is amazing. After that, we're going to take a van with a private driver that speaks English, and it's going to take us to Siena, which is another jewel. Siena, it's as important as Florence, but it doesn't get the same, it's not as known as Florence, but it's just as beautiful. So we just got to see it. And in Siena, they have amazing food, and it's a really beautiful place. Then we're going to go to San Gimignano on the same day. So we take the bus, the van from Florence, stop in Siena, go to San Gimignano, which is the Manhattan of the Middle Ages. So you will see these tall buildings, and I'm not gonna spoil the story, but there is a very, very interesting story about this building, and it's not a nice one.
Oh, okay.
It's a nasty story.
So you hear that, ladies? So you have to come on this trip with us in order to hear the rest of the story. She got the tea, and you're going to want to hear
You're going to want to hear what was the Middle Ages Manhattan all about. Okay. Why these tall, skinny buildings, tall, skinny buildings that make up a city. The other thing about San Gimignano is that it supposedly has the best ice cream in Italy. Now, I've had many ice creams. Everybody has their favorite, but we'll see. You guys try it and you let me know. It's definitely among the best, if not the best.
Well,
then
I am a foodie and an ice cream connoisseur, so I will let you know.
Okay. Then we're gonna go to the location where there is a spa, the GEOthermal spa, which is in Bagnoregio, and it's a beautiful city. That the square of the city, it's actually a pool of water from underground. The square of the city.
Geothermal, and I bet you it's got some health benefits to it.
Exactly.
Since it's coming from the earth. Ooh,
exactly.
Yes.
And it's called Bagno Vignoni. Now, again,
Bagno
this is the part of Italy that people don't know too much about, but is in every picture of Italy. Whenever you see a landscape of Italy with the skinny, tall trees, it's in this area, which is province of Siena. It's called Val d'Orcia, and it's the area where they make the best wine in Italy, possibly the best wine in the world. If you're a wine connoisseur, you let me know. I'm not, but I enjoy it. Cannot call myself a connoisseur. It takes too much to become one.
Okay.
And we're going to be in this area that has this sulfuric, you got it, a geothermal water that is very beneficial. And we're going to go in a 5-star spa that has those water in the pools, right? So we're going to be there at night. We can get massage, hydro massage. And this place includes things like yoga classes, activities, free electric bikes, free guided walks, whatever you. We have it all. We can do whatever we want, and we're going to customize it to everybody's interest.
I love it.
On these 3 days, we're going to have the option to visit 3 little towns nearby. The little towns are, have you seen the movie The Gladiator?
Yes. You know what? My brain first went to this series, The Gladiators. The Gladiator, but I've seen the Gladiator. I've seen it with Russell. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, it's set in Italy. There's a very famous scene at the end where he's walking through this rolling hills. This is where we're gonna be.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. Yeah,
very, very beautiful. And while we're there, we're gonna visit a winery, a cheese factory, and a cooking class. It's all there.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So we're going to be checking out Rome, Tuscany, Florence. We're going
that will be at the end. We go another day tour that takes us to Rome. We're making 2 more stops that are unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, if I talk about it, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, the mute went on again. The mute button. The mute button. She's just going. See if you hit the mute button again. No sound. Technology is just trash today. Oh, that's pretty, but so I can't hear you. It shows that you're muted. I don't know what happened. It did it the first time, and then you were able to get it off. There's a little button down at the bottom. I just checked, and oh, she's not on the call anymore. So guys, I'm gonna give her a second to see if she'll pop back on.
Can you hear me
now? Oh, there you go. There you go. Technology is not our friend today, right? You can't hear me now? I don't know. Am I muted? Say something. Alessandra, say something. Can you see me? I can hear you. I can hear you though. Can you say something? She can't hear me. Yeah. I can still hear you though. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So you can talk.
I cannot hear you, and I don't see anything on the screen. Okay, let me wrap it up real quick, and then you finish and add whatever you like to say. I was saying that at the end, we're going to go to Rome. The last 2 days, we're going to spend it in Rome. Why Rome? Because how can you go to Italy and not hit Rome? You know? Rome. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to show you the major things. I'm Roman. Yeah. So I'm going to teach you how to say certain things in Roman, teach you the Roman dishes, what we love, what we do, and that kind of stuff. And the main sites, of course. And on the way to Rome, we're going to see some of the most beautiful places. If anybody wants to look it up, they should go to the site La Divina Tours, and they see every location. On every location, there is a link that describes it all. And on the way to Rome, we're going to stop in Orvieto, gorgeous place, and Civita di Bagnoregio. Civita di Bagnoregio is called the Dying City. Population 8 people.
What?
And it's a little town that you go up. You can only walk to that town. There's no other way to get to it. And there is this bridge that takes you to the town. The reason why it's called the Dying City is because the bridge, which is safe, but it's over time crumbling down. So eventually this little strip of land will be gone, and the city will not be able to be visited unless they do something special with it. But it's very interesting because it's a city that is stopped in time, and people don't know about it, and that's one of the secrets you're all going to discover. You're going to love it.
Wow.
Okay.
I love that.
So
can you still
that's
not
pretty
hear
much the end.
She can't. Can you still not hear me? Yeah. Okay. All right, so for everyone that's watching and everybody that logs on, we've been having some issues with technology. We had a problem getting on. We finally got on. Her sound went out and you could hear me. Then my sound went out and she couldn't hear. So we have been improvising on this, but I just want to wrap it up and say, go check out, I'm going to put all the links in the comments that lead to La Divina Tours. You will see she is collaborating with Experiences by Takiya La'Shaune. You can go on there, Friends of Takiya, and find out more information on this amazing, amazing trip in Italy. We're going to visit Rome, Florence, and Tuscany. As with all of the other Experiences by Takiya La'Shaune collaborations, you can do a deposit, you can make a payment. Just come. We keep telling you, ladies, and encouraging you, we will work with you. There are ways to figure this out. Do not wait until the last minute, but I promise you, you're going to want to be on this exclusive experience. The other thing is that Alessandra, as you can tell, is a native Italian. She is going to be offering some free live classes to teach you conversational Italian. And so I'll have more about that, where we can learn a little bit about the language before we go over, because we should know, right? So again, I want to thank Alessandra so much for joining me. And I'll put all the links in the comments below. Ciao, Bella. Adios, ladies.
Ciao.